Hi everyone. Today we have a special guest on our channel. We have Dheeraj with us. So, Dheeraj, would you like to introduce yourself once?
Yeah, sure, Ashish. So, hello everyone. I am Dheeraj Sharma. I'm currently reading in PES College of Engineering, India, and pursuing my computer science in BE. And I have also cracked the internship at T. Shaw and Co. And now I'm going to be promoted into my third year. So that's all about.
All right, great. So, we're going to know about his journey, about how he was able to crack this opportunity off campus, and he's also going to give a lot of tips to you guys as well about how you can find and crack multiple off campus opportunities. So, make sure to watch this video till the end. It's going to be a very interesting video. So, over to you, Dheeraj. Start us off with your interview experience. How was your interview like? What all happened?
So yeah, sure. So my interview was three-round interview, and the first thing is as simple as in all basics, resume shortlistment. So I just alter my resume as per the perfect one so that it should get selected. Then my resume got shortlisted. Then we have to move up with the rounds of selection. So firstly, I have a OA link in which I have to solve up the problems with array manipulation and strings. And then we have the main, our core technical rounds, in which I have been asked in the first round, in which I have been asked with the data structures, where the questions were from graphs and one is from stack. And then we have also discussion about projects. Yeah, in our round two, we also have one DSA problem, and then we have DBMS and SQL queries in that, in which the problems that have been asked was from, I think their difficulties between mid to hard. And then after crossing all these rounds, we have the last round in which there is a cultural fit discussion, more depth discussion about projects, and how you can create it, why you have used this technology only to make that project. They have asked me about dynamics, polymorphism in C++ features and that all, and that all rounds. So it was yes for me.
All right, amazing. So you were able to get this opportunity off campus, right? By connecting and cold emailing with the recruiter, like you said. And it's a big problem, that tier 3 students face. उनको opportunities ही नहीं मिलती है. Interview crack करने के लिए, even if they're ready, they're not able to get the opportunities. So what advice would you give, to students who are watching कि off campus opportunity कैसे ढूंढे वो या कैसे मिले उनको the opportunities?
So I would say that the off-campus opportunities, yes, they are hard to get as compared to on-campus. A person who is looking after for the off-campus opportunities, I could say he or she has to put some extra efforts. So I would say that the first thing to get into off-campus opportunity that we can receive is only from a opening, or like if a company is going for a off-campus drive, then you can apply for it. Apart from this, the second opportunity that I could say that you can get through hackathons. So participate in more of the hackathons that lead to the either a intern position or an intern interview opportunity. So there
Yes.
could be two things. Another, I could say, off-campus opportunity you can get from programs that are held, some apprenticeships and some programs by a lot of companies, very good companies. So you can get into that. That will lead you, to internship opportunity if you are wanted to be in off-campus. Then lastly, I would say there are a lot of platforms where you can connect with a lot of professionals, and it could be LinkedIn, it could be Naukri.com, and there are a lot many. You can choose anyone as per your preferences. So I could say there it's the main and best thing that you are connecting with a lot of people. You are connecting with the people like whom you want to become, and from whom you are getting inspired to be getting into that company. And I could say that connect with them, update the people about what you are currently pursuing and doing into your field, what change you are trying to build. It will make an impression among the people with whom you are connecting with. And I could say be in touch with them. Do not only get in touch when you need, be in touch when you can also discuss a lot of things to build something strong for the society out. Be updated with them. If any opportunity occurs in their company, let them know in a proper format, like this is the opportunity and you wanted to be applied for it, so go into that. Additional and most important is, if you are willing for a off campus, You have to be very patient. You
Hmm.
have to be very, comforting one, because you have to message a lot of people, so that at least
Hmm.
some of them should, see your message accurately when
Hmm.
you needed it. Do not stress your numbers of people with whom you are connecting and requesting for. Stretch it and make it a huge number, so that at least you could have the chances to get
Hmm.
replies from the people at the correct timing. So this is all I could say. I think these are the main 3 or 4 points that a person should focus on.
All right. Especially if you're a fresher, this is the same thing I also tell to a lot of students. If you're a fresher, then you should really capitalize on LinkedIn. You should connect with as many people as possible. जितने लोगों को connection request भेज सकते हो भेजो, connect करो, follow the right people, and you can also follow Dheeraj. Dheeraj also posts some amazing content on LinkedIn. I'll give a link in the description. You can follow him as well. So you should really capitalize on LinkedIn. It's a very great tool that you can use. After people get this opportunity, you still have to go through the interview. And for these companies like D Shaw is there, Google, Atlassian, these kind of companies, interview काफी tough होता है, काफी difficult होता है freshers के लिए. So first, speaking on your journey, like how did you come to a level you can crack all the interviews clearly? How did you prepare DSA, everything?
Yeah, sure. I would like to answer this question. Before that, I want to highlight your one statement which you have said about connecting with the right people on
Yes,
LinkedIn. Is the
following and
one and
connecting
the
the right
most
people.
arrow part that we have to be pointed up with. If you are wanting into the field of a web developer and you
Mm-hmm.
want to work in that, connect with the people who are into that field,
Yes, yes.
because they know more about it, and
Hmm.
they can help you, and they can let you know about more insights about it. If I'm a
Hmm.
person who is working in data analysis, yeah, I too also have insight about web dev, but I can't give
Hmm.
that much insights
Yeah.
that a web developer can give in that company. So
Hmm.
connecting with the right people is the foremost thing that you have to look at. So yeah, now jump into the next
Yes.
question which you have asked me.
Your preparation
Uh,
strategy.
yeah, I would say a person should do not make very much hype around himself or herself to think कि यार अरे ये तो वो कर रहा है, ये तो वो कर रहा है,
Hmm.
अरे इसने तो 500 क्वेश्चन कर दिए, so I am just on 100. So what, even I could say mine, I haven't crossed 500. I think it's now 400 or something. I haven't crossed even 500. So it's about quality over quantity.
Hmm.
So that's what I would say. So first of all, do not compare. This is the first statement I want to drop it here. Secondly, how you have to prepare up. What is mine approach about it is that you should be very much stable and consistent with your DSA. I could say DSA is very, very, very important. For me, it was, and it is, and it will be.
Hmm.
So it's very important. Wherever I could say learning a skill is a different from DSA. What my opinion on this? Because skill you are learning, either it could be web dev, it could be AI, it could be NLP, anything, for building a solution where you can build a solution so that the society can use it. And wherever DSA is making you stronger about your logical thinking, about your approach towards different kind of problems, so it is approach towards that. And I could say you have to maintain a stability between both of them, because the basic things that you need to get hired as your DSA, yeah, there could
Hmm.
be the positions that can defeat कि हमें DSA नहीं चाहिए, हम without
Hmm.
DSA projects पे ले लेंगे या skills पे ले लेंगे. So there are the positions, but in the most significant way I could say for now being, at least you should come across one round or one question of DSA.
Hmm. You
So
cannot run away from it.
I have the people, I have been connected with the people who are into web dev role. So
Hmm.
for few, they have asked for few companies. In few
Hmm.
companies, they have not asked. So it depends
Hmm.
upon position particularly.
Hmm.
But somewhere, why not to, why to
Hmm.
take risk?
Yes,
So
true.
be into that part. So DSA आपको रखना ही रखना. Apart from this, you have to be focused on in which company you are applying. I think
Hmm.
it matters. You have to firstly think, yeah, dream companies are different, but majorly you wanted to be in field where it could
Hmm.
be a bank, it could be a startup, could be a fintech company. So as per that, you have to go through what you have to do for. So if it is a fintech company, you cannot skip DBMS and SQL.
Yes.
And if it is a bank, you cannot skip DP. So they will definitely ask data structures. So you have to go in that approach. But in general, I would say DSA is more it's basic thing we have to do. We have to be consistent. Apart from this, I could say projects matters a lot, because you I think project have that power to mold your whole interview
Yes.
into in which you want to.
Hmm.
So hack, I could say, that I used, and sometimes it works well. So the
Hmm.
thing is this: the projects you have done, that you should know very, very, very entirely. And the thing is this: if you have done projects in data analysis or in web dev or in any another domain, the recruiter or the interviewer will definitely ask you the question and that
Hmm.
project itself, whatever you are mentioning. So you should know very much about. So only mention those projects for which you are 100% sure. Like if somebody will ask me, you can answer that very, very, very thoroughly, and you can also able to build some changes if it is said to you. Then, apart from this, I could say how I prepared is DSA is something. Firstly, I have learned programming language. The advantages which I have, taken over is that I started to learn directly object-oriented programming. Startingly, when I used to, solve problems, I used to practice. I used to go with C++. That's the one advantage I could say, that I started with object-oriented programming itself. But there is nothing something like you should have. So it's up to you. Then after that, I jumped into DS, and be very much, I could say, I've very much rigid and very much positive about after your array. So
Hmm.
even your array pointer questions can also be formed into a
Ha.
very much difficulty.
Difficult question.
So
Yes.
that's the one thing. And what happened to me, it's always happened to everybody, that I was also unable to solve problems. I was
Hmm.
also unable to get a lot of passing out all the test cases, and getting the output of every problem. Nobody is that
Hmm.
much uh,
Yeah.
correct. So I also faced the same thing. But the thing which I believed in myself is that I have to do it. It's not about how many number of questions I have to solve today. It's about what I solve. It's that whatever is going to be asked about that one question, that I should know.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
that's about my approach. So the thing is this: choose the questions very perfectly. That can change, a different kind of changing of perspective of the questions. Do not solve the same number of problems every time. So to change this may hold addition of two
Hmm.
data types, data structures or something, so that you can come across the different approaches of a problem. So
Hmm.
that's what I used to do. So simple सा है, शुरू में प्रॉब्लम होती है, but you have to be consistent, and you have to come up with the solutions every day, and try to not take much long gap. Sometimes it happens, but not even to make a regular habit of it. Apart from this project, you have to, by the side, you can use 2-3 months of yours, and build a project. And apart from this, these are the three things. And having a soft skill is a very, very, very important thing, I could
Hmm.
say. Everyone who has given an interview, that's important. Without a proper approach to deliver what you want to say, it's
Hmm. You can't.
it can
Yes.
create something like you are pro into tech but unable to deliver. So that's
Hmm.
somewhere it's not like you should know a very huge English or something. Just simple, be confident, and having that belief that you are delivering in a confident way, that next person can relate to you what you are trying to convince or say. So this is all
Hmm.
what I used to do. So side by side ना skill करते जाओ, project बनाते जाओ, and apart from this, make DSA as a habit. So these are the two things mostly I could say 60% it's what DSA and projects.
Hmm. True, true, true. That's wonderful advice there. And I would like to validate the same point that you said, to the viewers. बहुत लोगों को लगता है, they look at these amazing profiles, लोगों को देखते हैं कि इसने Google crack कर लिया, इसने ये crack कर लिया, and they just compare themselves to the version of that person जो वो अभी है. They don't compare themselves to the version of the person they were when they started out. everyone when they start out नहीं होता, उनसे problem नहीं बनते हैं, frustration होता है. So you should not compare yourself to a version of person who has perfected themselves, है ना. Compare yourself and don't compare yourself at all, you know. Compare yourself with yourself कि कितना improve हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है,
Yes,
right,
because
है ना.
I could say, because in our field, Ashish, there is nothing can be compared, because there are a lot of people who are doing a lot of different things. I don't think there is a need
Exactly.
of comparison. How you
Yes.
can compare a web developer with a data analyst?
True.
It's not of any use.
No.
You
Yes.
cannot compare, um, AI developer with, business analyst. So it's like
Comparison
what we
ही नहीं
say,
है. Yes.
comparison anyway. Some are programmers, some are developers. So it's different uh, positions which cannot be compared with one another. So do not compare with one another. Just compare कि अरे भाई कल मैंने एक क्वेश्चन करा था, let's हो सके तो मैं दो कर लूँ,
दो
it's
कर
good
लो.
to me.
Yes.
That's what it will build you. Otherwise it would be like you will laugh कि भाई उसने AI कर लिया मैंने नहीं करा, so I should also
वही.
have to go through.
Exactly. जो फील्ड चूज कर लिया आपने उसमें अच्छे से मेक श्योर दैट यू आर लर्निंग एवरीथिंग, यू आर सेटिस्फाइड विथ योर लर्निंग. एंड डीएसए लाइक यू सेड, यू हैव द प्रोजेक्ट, यू हैव द डीएसए. एंड डीएसए तो मतलब यू हैव टू मेक इट कंटिन्यूस, यू हैव टू मेक इट अ हैबिट कि आप डेली कुछ ना हो तो एक इजी प्रॉब्लम तो कर ही लो डेली, है ना.
Yeah,
You have
that's
to
what
go
I
like
used
that.
to do. If there is, I do not have that much of time. कि अरे भाई अब तो होगा ही नहीं. So it's not like you definitely have to go to always have to solve the problems to a very high level,
Yeah.
and you have to go with. Simply, you can open your VS Code or any compiler which you are using. Choose any one problem, solve it. It's good to you if you want to solve on a platform or if you want to solve in your own compiler. So use it. You can use. I used to मैं हर एक उठा लेता था बहुत इजी सा कि ट्रैवर्स करना है या कुछ भी. तो वो एक हैबिट बन जाता है कि आपका ना कोड कि आप कर रहे हो तो वो आपके माइंड में कुछ चीजें रहती हैं. अदरवाइज गैप में हो जाए ना तो डीएसए इज समथिंग व्हिच इज लाइक इफ you take a gap of 1 month, if I could say, not 1 month, 10 days, you will be like, what it's. So I think consistency is what that required.
Yes.
And simple thing है, everybody used to say that simple, it's foremost thing. The simple things are there. That what I have said don't need to make high, which I also used to believe that only and only resume making good, then your DSA skills, whatever you want it to be, making good projects in it, that's more than enough, I could say, as per my opinion.
Correct. No, I totally agree with everything you have said so far. And I feel we have covered pretty much everything that a fresher could wonder about getting a good job off campus. So I don't think we have left anything out. So is there any last piece of advice you would like to give to the, people who are trying to get off campus jobs?
Yeah, sure. I would go after, and I would say that believe that you can do what you are into. So if you are into any kind of domain which you have chosen, leave into it, try to learn it. It takes time, but you have to be consistent. The simple thing, hard work plus consistency is what will make you to achieve that goal. That what I will what I believe. And the other thing which I want to add on is a simple thing. If you want to get off-campus opportunity, try to make cold emailing, send it to the recruiters, connect with them, and try to make a proper format in which you think like this is the proper way in which a next person can know about what actually you are at your current position, what you are holding up with, what your skills are. Try to share your current platforms on which you are working up with, because if you do not have any prior experience, if you do not have any internship or any experience, I believe if you are participating in a hackathon, if you are solving problems on the competitive platforms, that also experience. You are spending your time for 24 or 48 hours of experience you are getting from hackathons, you can add it there. Apart from this, you can have to share your portfolio if it is made. Otherwise, there is not any that you have to make it and share. But your resume should be there, and your resume should hold whatever it is there. It should be true to your statements, and it should be authentic. That you should know everything, whatever is portrayed or whatever is designed in that resume. That's one thing, because your whole resume will lead what the interview will be going up
Yes. Correct, correct,
with.
correct. Totally agreed, totally agreed. So I guess with this, we've pretty much covered every possible point that you guys could think of. If any of you still have any doubt or anything that you want to know about, then like I said, I'll be giving his LinkedIn in the description. You can follow him from there and connect with him from there. So thanks a lot, Dheeraj, for coming on my channel, sharing your wonderful journey and these wonderful tips with like me and the rest of the audience. So again, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashish. Thank you for having me on your channel. It's great for me. Thank you very much.